Apple has finally listened. With the launch of iPadOS 19, the company seems ready to shake off years of criticism and deliver what users have been requesting for nearly a decade: a real transformation of the iPad into a productivity powerhouse. This isn't just a surface-level update. It's a complete rethink of what the iPad is and what it can be. For years, the hardware was ahead of the software. You had M-series chips with MacBook-level performance, brilliant displays, and pro-grade accessories, yet the experience still felt oddly confined, like a superpowered machine running mobile software designed for casual use. That's changing now. iPadOS 19 isn't aiming to tweak animations or slightly clean up the home screen. This is a systemic evolution. Apple is clearly trying to reframe the iPad as a real computing device, not just a bigger iPhone. That starts with the apps. For the first time, iPad users will gain access to full professional applications: Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Xcode, AutoCAD, Adobe Creative Cloud. Not light versions, but the real deal. These apps are being re-engineered specifically for the iPad's form factor, optimized for touch, Apple Pencil, and even keyboard and trackpad inputs. You won't just be running software. You'll be engaging with it, manipulating it intuitively in a way that blends creativity and control. Artists can sketch while switching layers with gestures. Musicians can record and edit with pencil taps. Developers can code with the keyboard and drag UI elements by hand. It's the best of both worlds. But Apple didn't stop with apps. The core interface is finally catching up with the iPad's potential. A completely overhauled window management system introduces true multitasking. You can open multiple apps, freely resize them, overlap windows, stack them vertically, and drag content across spaces, just like on a Mac. But unlike macOS, it's been reimagined for touch. The freedom to build your own working layout, switching between apps without friction, finally makes the iPad feel like a real desktop replacement. For students, it means keeping research, notes, and assignments visible at once. For professionals, it means organizing workflows like they would on a laptop with the added flexibility of gesture-based controls. The home screen is smarter too. Pinned windows, live widgets, custom folders, and actionable shortcuts make it more than a launchpad. It becomes a dashboard tailored to each user's day, tasks, and projects. The personalization here matters. Whether you're a creator managing multiple projects or a student juggling deadlines, your iPad becomes your command center. And for those who gave up on Stage Manager due to its awkwardness in previous versions, the 2.0 rebuild promises to redeem it. With smoother transitions, smarter layout grouping, and machine learning that predicts your app habits, it's no longer a novelty. It's a serious multitasking tool. Perhaps one of the most exciting changes is to external display support. In the past, connecting an iPad to a monitor just gave you a bigger mirror. Now, with dual screen functionality, the iPad becomes a real workstation. You can run entirely separate apps on each display, drag files between them, and stretch your workspace like you would with a traditional desktop. Creatives, coders, educators, even analysts, anyone who lives on multiple apps and windows will feel the difference immediately. It brings the iPad into the same league as a MacBook docked to a monitor, but with added versatility. The rumored desktop mode could be a game changer on its own. When you connect a keyboard and trackpad, the interface adapts. A dock appears. Taskbars emerge. Pointer support becomes precise. Context menus appear. You're suddenly in what feels like macOS, but it's still iPadOS, still responsive to touch and pencil. This hybrid experience is seamless. You can go from writing code at your desk to annotating a design on the couch without changing devices or modes. That continuity is where Apple's ecosystem shines, and this update enhances that magic tenfold. And it's not just about interface or features, it's about redefining the iPad's place in the lineup. It used to live in this weird middle ground, not as portable as an iPhone, not as productive as a MacBook. But with iPadOS 19, Apple is erasing that middle ground. The iPad becomes a category of its own. Powerful, portable, professional. It can be your notebook, your studio, your meeting room, your production rig, your editing suite, and your design tool all at once. This vision makes sense now because the software finally allows the hardware to shine. For students, it might become the only device they need. For creatives, it's a mobile studio. For coders and developers, it's a portable IDE. It's not just about doing more, it's about doing it all and doing it your way. There are, of course, a few caveats. Software stability will be key. Apple needs to ensure these new features don't sacrifice battery life or slow performance. Developer support is also crucial. Full apps need to run natively and be optimized for these hybrid experiences. But Apple has a track record of creating tools that developers want to use, and the incentives here are strong, especially with them for iPads offering hardware performance that rivals full laptops. Timing will be everything. iPadOS 19 will likely launch alongside the next-gen iPad Pro powered by the M4 chip. That means the software will be tightly integrated with bleeding-edge silicon. Better thermal management, faster app launch times, superior graphics, rendering, all of it working in harmony with this newly designed interface. Apple isn't just throwing features at the iPad. It's creating a coherent experience where every part of the system is aware of the other. The iPad will no longer feel like it's compromising. It won't be a device you settle for when you don't want to carry a laptop. It will be the first choice, the main device. Whether you're editing a film, attending a Zoom meeting, sketching blueprints, or running a small business, this iPad can do it. It's not an exaggeration to say that this update marks a new era. For the first time, it feels like Apple fully believes in the iPad as a true computing platform. The potential was always there. With iPadOS 19, it's finally being realized. So here we are, on the brink of something major. Apple has reimagined what it means to be mobile and productive. You don't have to choose anymore between touch and pointer, tablet and desktop, simplicity and power. With this update, the iPad finally offers both. It adapts to how you work. It gets out of your way. And most importantly, it opens doors. Whether you're a student, a teacher, an engineer, a filmmaker, a writer, or all of the above, the iPad is ready. It's time for the rest of the world to catch up. And that's what makes iPadOS 19 more than just another version number. It's not just a software update. It's a statement, a declaration that mobile devices can be as powerful, flexible, and customizable as traditional computers. That the future of computing isn't locked into a desk, but can move with you. That creativity and productivity should never be limited by your screen size or your input method. This is what users have been waiting for, and Apple may have just delivered it.